Hey yo, Chiksua here. Today we're going to show you guys how to get #1 in Final Boss. So if you haven't seen the other video where we were able to actually turn the hell difficulty on auto, definitely make sure to check it out. And yeah, if you're new on this channel and in general this channel might be helpful, would be awesome if you're going to subscribe. So the current #1 is Spirit YT with 9.4 score, which is compared to the other current scores, pretty good, I guess. So I haven't done any runs yet, and hopefully we're gonna rock this. So I would say everyone does know the team. Like in top 10 rankings, everyone is using the same team. In my opinion, this is the optimal positioning. And also coming to the gear, not everyone does know what gear we are using. So here, as you can see, our Gotha actually doesn't have any top pieces and middle pieces. The reason is, first of all, we mitigate the damage we're going to deal, and also we want to make sure that our Gotha never patiences. Because if he patiences in turn 7, so basically we are limited in 7 turns because of the Oaths, we want to cleanse Gotha and Ban. And yeah, that's why we want to have all the debuffs as we can. And here also we want to have no top pieces at all, and also crit resistance if possible. So I would say it works also perfectly fine if you're gonna make like come in here and roll crit resistance. But the thing is, if you don't have defense rolls, Liz gonna heal less. So obviously if you do have the HP crit resistance, it's gonna be much better. So Ban, I would say it's the same as Gotha, so you don't want him to patience at all. That's why we put Kamen on. And yeah, Twigo, you guys know, Twigo only bottom UR is more than enough for a final boss. So yeah, coming to the artifact set, and now we are just going to jump into it. We're going to show you guys one explanation run, and then we're going to show you guys a better run. And yeah, I will probably make a voiceover, but yeah, we make the first run because I may forget a lot of things when we do the voiceover. This is an okayish start, so in general, we want to move to transition right away, so we're gonna pumpkin bomb and we're gonna use the 2-star swipe. The best start is going to be having 2 swipes, and if they both don't have any ult gauge, you can actually use 2 swipes, 2-star swipes to kill them, and you gain the 150 point mark right away, which is really helpful. The best thing here now, if we would have another swipe, okay, we actually have it. They have an okay amount of orbs, so I think we actually have to buff up here in order to actually get the 150k mark. But yeah, so let's see, we do this and we do this. So actually maybe I should have used this card first, because she deals amplified damage, so we want to not deal too much damage. So here unfortunately we were not able to deal 150k damage, which is quite unfortunate, so the buff was kind of wasted. But yeah, now we can't deal any more damage, and now basically it's all about just stalling until turn 5, because in turn 5 it's basically when when we can actually use a golden barn buff. And yeah, so unfortunately the card right now is really bad. She's getting ult, but it is what it is. So we burned this card for now, and yeah, hopefully we get another cleanse, because we need 2 cleanses, 2 1-star cleanse of Liz. And at the end of the run, and the more rank ups we get, for example, is also great. Okay, we actually have it already, so that is quite helpful. But yeah, I don't really like this run, because the thing is, there's still an RNG factor, because it's basically you want GUILLA to attack as much as possible, and right now she barely has any debuffs. At least she has 1, so it's not that bad, but this run right now looks really bad. You would usually just quit out already. But yeah, so I think we can just rank up here for now. Yeah, we should survive this. Actually no, I think we can just burn the buff for now, because this is like a dead run, so I want to guarantee that our list survives. So there's also a huge RNG factor, because if you get ulted, for example, your list might die here. You can see the damage is gonna be pretty big compared to that we already have a golden barn buff, right? It's a lot of damage, guys. It just doesn't look like it. But yeah, so obviously also like using pumpkin bombs is also pretty nice, especially here after she's actually getting the ult. So we do this. In turn 5 we can always, or in turn 5 is when you have to use this, because that's when you actually finish without using a new buff, and everyone is always on full health. So here right now, all the cards we want to draw, or basically we have all the cards in our hands, so we want to just move a random card, which doesn't matter at all, and stall until turn 7, and on turn 7 is when we're going to finish. So let's see, but yeah, we have like no debuffs at all. That is just, guys, this is like such a bad run. You guys will see a much better run, but yeah, I would say for explanation it's not bad. So the only thing which could have, for example, better in this run is like, first of all, of course, more debuffs, because yeah, our barn has like no health at all. But here's these, we get 2 more, so this is our last turn. If we get more rank ups, wouldn't have been bad as well, but yeah, it is what it is. So here the same thing, we're just gonna move, and in the last turn all we need is 2 of those, and we need a swipe to finish at least. So now we're just gonna cleanse, and as I said at the beginning, every cleanse gives us 20 points, which is quite a lot, especially with the oath. It's pretty decent. So what we're gonna do is, as I said, so we're gonna cleanse Barn and also Gotha, and then we finish. And that is basically the general procedure how a run looks like. And now, as I said, I will show you guys a proper run, a more likely a much better run, which actually brought me to current number 1. So here, just a normal start, we just rank up, we burn the pumpkin bomb, and we use the swipe. So this will, or I will try to make it a one and done voiceover, because you guys should know I really hate doing voiceovers. So there might be some small mistakes or whatever. It will be in the video. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Complain to Levi. But yeah, here, so unfortunately we didn't have a 2-star barn swipe, but as you can see, we were super lucky with GUILLA having so many AoEs, because yeah, that is basically all the RNG that GUILLA has a lot of cards. And yeah, so unfortunately we don't deal the 150k mark, and we want to keep the list cards separate. That's why we just move it instead of using the list single target, because yeah, throwing it away or letting it merge into a 2-star is an AoE merge, and an AoE merge we definitely can't afford that, because yeah, obviously Liz must have all the debuffs on, because Liz increases the HP based on all the debuffs which is on her. And yeah, so here as you can see, the RNG is just, I don't know, it's just in a different world. I don't even know why I'm doing a voiceover, because it's honestly not worth it. And here as you can see, the cool thing is we have the buff of Barn, and I still remember I was like a little bit struggling in this turn what I should do, because the thing is the positioning of the cards, because I think this is turn 4. It's pretty bad, and we have to make the golden Barn buff. So here as you can see, turn 4, and I had to think what I'm exactly doing. So instead of Gotha ult, that was not the right play, so I reset again here, I think. And what we're gonna do is we actually move the list cards away, and we decide to get the list ult, because if I do it like that, I can just make it much easier to get the golden Barn card next round by just moving it and using it. And yeah, that's basically the plan for now, and we can still just put the swipe into the middle of the card so that the list cleanses, they don't merge. So yeah, let's see what's happening now, because I already said what I'm gonna do, so that's kind of stupid actually. But yeah, I hope you guys had some very nice holidays if you haven't seen my other video where I was saying Merry Christmas. So yeah, once again, Merry late Christmas, I guess. So yeah, here as you can see, we just merge it, we use the golden card. So in turn 5 we want to use the golden Barn buff, because the golden Barn buffs, first of all, secures our health. Also, we want to finish with the golden Barn buff, because the more HP we have, the more points we're getting. And yeah, so now we are basically in a safe zone, and we're just gonna stall until turn 7 and have it easy peasy lemon squeezy. The only or the most sad part is, I mean, this is cool, this is really cool that she has the ult. I was talking to NY there, but she has no cards, man. Just imagine she would have had another debuff card. That would have been so insane. It would have been such an insane run because we would have gotten more points for cleanse and more debuffs onto our list. So at least the Jericho has a debuff, but I don't know how many debuffs she's gonna apply onto the list. But yeah, it's still pretty insane because the ult gives 2 debuffs each, and yeah, here unfortunately the ult is just a lot of damage. The bleed is, I think, already applied on, and now explosion can at least stack, so it doesn't matter. And here, as you can see, we have 1.3 million HP, which is just absolutely freaking insane. And we just cleanse both of the units and we finish up with a swipe. So I think honestly it doesn't matter if it's a 1-star swipe, 2-star swipe or 3-star swipe, as long you actually have the swipe. Because yeah, you just basically need to kill, and the points you gain for maximum or the highest damage, it's not much, so don't worry about that at all. If you have it, cool, it's some bonus points. If you don't have it, don't worry, it's not necessary. And yeah, the score, guys, the score is actually also 9.4, but we beat it spirit score by like 30 points, I think. So yeah, very insane, very impressive. So it didn't even take me that long. At least I thought it would take much longer, but yeah, that's how to get number 1. That's it, guys. That's basically it for the video. So we were able to actually beat Spirit by a few points. It's not that much, but it's still a little bit. It is number 1. So if you guys have missed out the video how to farm just for the coins, if you are interested in that, definitely check out that video. And yeah, I really hope it was helpful or you enjoyed watching this. If you're new on this channel, it would be awesome if you're going to subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and peace out for now.